My name is Minh.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
How are you today?
I'm okay, and how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What are your hobbies?
My hobby are using computer and learning everything about computer, like hardware or software of the computer.
Okay, cool. What hobbies are popular among teenagers in your country?
Listening to music. I think listening to music are very popular with teenagers because it makes us feel relaxing after stress.
Okay, let's speak about some Vietnamese food and drink. What is your favorite food?
My favorite Vietnamese food is bread.
Okay.
And pho.
All right. Tell me what ingredients you need to cook it.
To cook a simple bread, you need a bread, sausages, some vegetable, and eggs.
Mm-hmm. And why do you like it?
Because it's cheap and it tastes very good.
Okay. If you were a tour guide, which Vietnamese food would you introduce to a foreign visitor?
I will introduce pho.
Why?
Because it's the most popular food in Vietnam.
Okay. Now let's speak a little bit about health. What do you usually do to stay healthy?
I usually do exercise every day, go to the dentist twice a month, and eat healthy food.
Okay. And if you were a doctor, what advice would you give to a patient getting sunburned?
I will say that you should wear sun hat and put some sunscreen on your skin to protect your body.
Okay. All right, good. Now we're going to move on to part 2. And for this, I'd like you to imagine your friends from England will come to Vietnam next week. Choose the healthiest dish among these, I'll show you the pictures now, that you would like to introduce to them. Okay? So we'll try and say what ingredients they are, how it tastes, is it expensive, is it cheap, and why you're not choosing the other two. Okay?
I will introduce pho, and the ingredient you need is pork, some wheat rolls and vegetable, and some sauce like chili or tomato sauce to cook pho.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes pretty good, and it's quite expensive.
It's quite expensive, yeah.
Quite cheap.
Okay. Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Tell me a little bit about the taste.
It doesn't taste spicy if you don't eat with chili sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and it tastes more delicious if you put in some sauce.
Okay. And tell me a little bit more about the cost.
The cost is about $30,000 or more.
Is that cheap or is that expensive?
It's cheap.
Cheap, okay. And why you're not choosing the other dishes?
Because haven't eaten the other food before, and I don't know what does it taste.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me about pho?
No, that's all.
Is that all? Okay, all right. So we'll move on to part 3. And for this, I want you to talk about one of your hobbies, okay? So try to answer some of the topics such as the name of the hobby, the time you took up the hobby, the equipment needed for this hobby, the person you share the hobby with, how often you do the hobby, and the reasons you took up the hobby, okay? So you can tell me about your hobby.
My hobby is learning computer sciences, and I took up my hobby when I was 8. I just need a simple laptop and a mouse to do this hobby. I often share my hobby with my best friend at school because he's very good at computer, and I do my hobby every day, but I spend most time at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking up this hobby because it's widen my knowledge and increase my problem solving skill. And that's all.
Okay. Anything else you can tell me about it? Maybe
That's all.
the equipment, the costs, what you enjoy about it, what the challenges are.
And it's also increased my logical thinking. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. We'll stop there. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.